Alright, so, like, yeah. I'm just gonna start disassembling the interior of this fucker. So we're gonna start with gauges, or like the panel cover. Move on to the actual vinyl cover, you know, the one that has a hole just crudely blown in it for these really shitty 6x9s. And the hole that's crudely blown out of here for the shitty radio. And the gauges that don't work for the shitty truck. I guess let's just start. So, bolts, I'm gonna get the bolts out, get the dash out, start with the gauges, then possibly move on to steering column. I'm just keeping the seats in here so I can just kind of, you know, vibe, because why not? And so we're gonna get the dash removed, then we're gonna start on engine. And yeah, we're just gonna go from there. So yeah, just stick around, I guess, if you want. There's gonna be swearing and a lot of stupid shit. So we're off to a pretty good start already. You got like part of the dash out. Moving on to gauges. If you can really see a wobble. You probably can't. I don't know. I suck ass at recording. Anyway. So I gotta figure out how to get the dash, or not the dash, the gauges out. And then from there, I'll just work on that. And then I'm gonna make my way down and take off anything that we don't need in the shitty wiring, because I'm gonna try and reuse the wiring out of this truck. That would be nice, but I don't really plan on it. Just because I know that this thing is really shit. And I know that the frame is not bad, but it's got shit booger welded to it, so like, it gives me an excuse to just send the fuck out of it. So, oh, my headlights are on. I did not, oh shit, my headlights are on. That's fine, you don't need the battery. All right, so I killed one bird with two stones, and so getting this unbolted, figuring out a little bit of the wiring problem. We have a grounding issue. Jesus Christ, listen to me prepubescent shit. We have a grounding issue somewhere because, well, pull those out. That don't turn on. And when you replace the fuse under it and then try and turn it on, something sparks under there. That's fine. That's only a lot of insulation that could light on fire. Less work I gotta do if it burns down. Mint. Anyways. So we figured out we have a grounding issue, and it's blowing fuses like no fucking tomorrow. That's fine. And we're tearing it apart. Mint. I like it. Efficiency. Oh, I almost shit my pants. So I found the problem. When you have a broken bulb like this, it'll focus. Yeah. Found my grounding problem. You know, or it could be this. You know, the fact that there is absolutely zero ground wire whatsoever in either of these. It's fine. That came out. That's fine. You don't need that. Yep. Nope. Almost had it. Halfway. Kinda. Ish. Nope. Yeah, you just fell out. Oh, got it. Okay, it's back in. But, I mean, we have dash lightage. That's good, I assume, I think. Kinda. Halfway. Quarter. Maybe a third. I'll think about it. So, basically that means our grounding wire is fixed. And we're gonna pretend like that's 100% gooder. Yeah. So, onto this absolutely terrible 305. That, yeah. Something's gonna have to be done about that, because, well, it's dog shit. Like, pretty sure my dog could shit on it and it would make, like, more power. I don't know. just have shit in the cylinder or something. But timing is, you know, you just lay your finger on it and it just kind of goes all the way around. And that's fine, especially for road use when, you know, you're driving down the highway and it just decides to that way. You know, that's fine. It's only terrible. So basically it's fucked, but that's fine. We have dash lights and stoplight. It's legal. That's amazing, kind of. No, it's not. I don't care if it's legal. Next thing I want to do is work on the taillights, because you know what? I'm just gonna show you. Okay. You know what? I'll just do this one. See how that one's on? Now it's on. Okay, I'm not gonna move that. That one's the one that's on. That's on. Okay. Yup. It should be damn obvious which one is on. It's that one. Why? That's a good question. I don't know either. But I'm just gonna basically just swap them around and say fuck it, call it good enough. And I will update you when I get back, I guess, halfway, I suppose. Maybe I'll do it, maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just go take a shit and fuck the old lady. So I want someone else besides me to acknowledge the fact that I am a god among men. So that light's on now. Signal, kind of. It needs a new relay. But let me see. Okay, I'm gonna turn the other one on. I'm gonna turn the passenger side one on. That's the one in the reflection. Okay, hold on. I moved up. Okay. That's the driver's side one. Driver's side. No driver's side. Huh? Driver's side. Driver's side. Everything be good now. Everything's on the right side, so I am calling it good. Even though that's weird that when the key is off, it gets brighter. When it's on, it gets darker. That's fine, it's just one of the 8 million grounding problems with this truck. Anyways, I fixed it, and I am in my nightmare of a garage. We have fat nuts, we have big guy sitting up on the jack stands, new U-joint, put it in the back, because, well, it's fucking splintered. So I put like a 14-year-old U-joint from a drive shaft from a K20 on it, so that's nice. New leaf mount, or leaf spring support for that side. And we're just gonna start snipping shit off. Now I gotta go find the angle grinder, so. After various amounts of swearing, horse tranquilizers, a lot of cum, and 3 angle grinders, 2 sawzalls, a sledgehammer, and a lot of anger, we got the mount off. So, just mount that back up. New U-joint is, it fell. Uh-oh, it fell. Uh-oh. And the cap's gone. That's fine. So this video has been basically going on. For me, it's been like, 6 days. Got that axle mostly taken apart, got the hub down, taken apart, bombs away over here. There's the diff. There is the yoke, got that out. And the bearings in this thing are just, I mean, just, oh, come on. Like, how can you not be just satisfied looking at that? It's so good. So good. Just saying. That is the second healthiest thing I've ever seen. So the only problem with this is that the bearing in here is broken. Well, it's not broken. It's just either really dry, pinched, or bad. Can't tell because I don't have a nut big enough to get that off. And I also need to take the yoke from that and put it on that. They're the same size. It's basically the same axle, but 3500, bit bigger by just a hair. And so I'm gonna take the yoke and the bearing from that and shove it in there, shove it back in there. I'm not gonna mess with the clearancing at all because, well, that would be really stupid of me. So I'm gonna start putting this thing back together, leave that out. Yeah. And then once I get the time, I'm gonna set this back on the ground, put the hub back on, and that's about it. Shove the axle back in it, put the tire on, drop it, take that yoke off. I'm gonna just take the whole thing out and shove it in there because it looks like they're the same thing. So fuck it. Make the best of it, make it work. And let's get this big fucker back on the road. I'm gonna just ask this now. Which one can you tell just by looking at it? Which one's better? Which one actually spins really well? Could it be this one? Or would it be this one? Oh, would you just gander at that? Oh my God, it's beautiful. Mirror finish, no scratches, no dings. The bearings are just happy. And this thing is just, it doesn't even fucking spin. Look at that. This thing, no resistance. Well, very little resistance. I'm gonna grease this up and we're gonna see if it fits in there. Because if it does, because the ring gearing should be 410 to 410 and the housing is just a hair different, but I'm hoping that yoke down there will fit. And if it does, we are in business. We have a fully working bombs away motherfuckers axle, and this thing is gonna be alive in like hours if it does fit. It probably won't, but if it does, man. I've made a little progress so far. I got both caps back on for bearings, and I didn't even notice this until now, but the fucking case moves and the gears don't. Holy shit. This thing is going to move so goddamn freely and do so many burnouts. It might just saw my nuts off. Sometimes I don't mean to toot my own horn here, but so I mean, he moves. I'm not gonna show you what he sounds like because he might come a little early. But I mean, if you really watch my videos, then well, you're pretty premature anyways, fuckhead.